All right, as we keep it rolling in sort of an ACC corner, SMU, which just won 42-16 at home. Now they're going to be going to the house that Papa built to play Louisville. Louisville, was resilient against Notre Dame. How we're going to see SMU's defense tested when somebody pointed this out in the tailgate right before we got started, and I thought it was a pretty interesting comment. Like how different does the BYU game look now when we're trying to evaluate SMU, given everything that we've seen BYU do? Which again, we're not judging BYU based on the little number beside their name in the AP poll, but we are judging BYU as a team that has stacked multiple wins against power conference teams and done it their way for the most part.
So I mean, what was
and that was Preston Stone. Kevin Jennings, I guess, played a little bit in that game.
What did that game close? Kevin Jennings played, I think, a lot of the second half in that game because they realized they could not protect Stone at all. Like they were getting their butts whipped up front, and just like they had to put Jennings in, I think, late in that ball game, if I recall. I think that loss has aged better, but also like SMU is better now that they finally pulled the plug on the Stone experiment, just went to Jennings full time, right? So they are better, I think. What was the spread on that? Like that was, I mean, they were favored by 12.5. Okay. I also think if you watch that game, like part of the yakety sax thing of FSU was, I mean, you get a guy that is wide open. DJ actually makes an okay throw to him, hits him right in the face mask, and it pops up like he's setting a volleyball for a pick six. They had guys open that DJ either didn't see or they didn't catch. If they play the same way on defense against Louisville will hang 50. Like their FSU's offense is just it beats itself quite a bit. But in watching that, they had a lot of uncapitalized opportunities. So SMU's defense has got to tighten up a little bit. And I think when you watch how they played against TCU, they had like 38 points of EPA off turnovers and special teams, which is tremendous, but probably not sustainable. I don't know, like unless you think they found a way to just buy the turnover gods. But like, does Louisville get off the mat? I don't know. Notre Dame found some passing success against Louisville. I could see SMU doing that too.
What'd I miss?
We did a breakdown debating how much improved Clemson's offense is.
Oh, it's the best. Kate Klubnik rules. Sorry.
I mean, this is
a game for Tom for sure.
Yeah. 2 games in a row that Garrett has schemed up something that leads to like a 60-yard galloping Cade Klubnik touchdown. And I'm just saying, the boy he looks athletic, certainly, but it's just it's one of those shots that there ain't a defender within like any green space at all. So it's I think everybody's getting more comfortable. Anyway, Tom, what do you think? Do you think Louisville gets off the mat against the Mustangs?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, I'm totally messed up right now.
You got a little Irish Illustrated.
No, it's vomit. Lots of yellowish vomit. But yeah, no, they lost to Notre Dame last week, and I think that's losing on the road to Notre Dame is not something that's going to cause me to write them off. I don't think that they are as good as their early numbers suggested, and I think we learned quite a bit about them in that loss and that they do have flaws. But I look at SMU, and it's like I think it's a good team, but it's not a team I look at and say, "Oh man, they're fantastic." I do think the Cardinals are probably going to bounce back with a win against here because they've made the QB change at SMU, and I think it's better for their personnel and it's better for them long term. But I don't think it's an offense that truly scares me.
Yeah, they're also, I think, a bit of a momentum team at SMU. And, I don't know how well they play from behind. When they got down to BYU, it became very one-dimensional. When they got up on TCU, they were able to play and hit some play-action stuff. And Shuck is the best quarterback they will have faced by far. I mean, Shuck is good.
Yeah, Shuck was playing well again in the Notre Dame game for the most part. It's just
Shuck's a draft guy, I think.
It's the health is the only real question with him.
No doubt. The chat saying Tom had to go throw up because of the all the FSU talk, which is pretty good.
My stomach is in worse shape than the FSU offense right now, boys. That's really what it comes down to.
I mean, this is the battle for the 3/4 in the ACC.
Yeah,
and,
where
I mean,
I'd written SMU off from being in that position, and now they've kind of come back and announced their presence for sure.
And part of it's the schedule. Like SMU, if they get through this one, they have a very favorable schedule the rest of the way, I think, right? I mean, didn't we think in the preseason that Cal got the most screwed, Stanford got kind of screwed, and SMU got a real gift?
Of the newbies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Duke, BC, Cal, Virginia, Pitt, Stanford. No Clemson, no Miami.
And they've already got Florida State behind them.
Correct.
Yeah. So SMU's a vibes team. Right? The Iron Skillet was a vibes game. Florida State snowballed in a vibes game. I think it'll be important for Louisville to come and throw a great first punch.